好，现在是12点20分。那线上的各位老师、各位同学，大家好。那我们今天这场是我们商管学院跟昆士兰大学的一场线上的说明会。那我们历年我们都会举办这样的说明会，这2年是因为疫情的关系，我们将说明会办在线上。那这一次有非常多的同学来参与这样的活动。那我们首先先请我们的院长杨丽人院长先来为我们做开场的致辞。院长，
好，
请。
好，谢谢林主任，还有我们昆士兰大学的 Michael，还有各位老师还有同学们那我们和昆士兰大学这个双联学制今年是第15年那我们总共已经有81位学生来参与那这是一个非常好的机会那在淡江学习1年那在到昆士兰也学习1年，那具有双边的硕士学位所以希望同学们能够把握这样的一个这么好的一个合作的机会那在20多岁现在大家的年纪都是20多岁，你们所做的任何的决定其实对未来会有很大的发展会有很大的影响所以选择是一个非常重要的事情那选择一个对的方向那将来我们的不管在未来的职业发展上会顺利很多那这样的一个双联学制它的这个性价比我认为是非常高同样的时间能够有双边的学位，而且可以开拓你的视野那到澳洲去看看不一样的世界那以前我过去是在美国硕士博士在美国求学那也让我有很多看到一些不一样的风景那也有一些不一样的想法那我想这些事情并不能够用金钱来衡量那我觉得我之前的这些经验对我来说是非常值得那到了国外求学，我想大家可能想到的第一个是英文可以变得很好，可是对我本身而言我觉得我最大的收获不是英文会有改善，其实英文要变得好，在台湾也可以学习，很多没有出国的人英文非常好在我们在场很多的学生，你们从小就接受双语教育，英文都很好。可是我认为对我最大的影响是能够在需要自己独立的环境下成长那学习到好多问题解决的能力，那也学习到沟通技巧，学习到怎么样和人家建立关系。我以往都不觉得，我都没有感觉那仔细的审视自己现在的一些状况，我发现这样的软实力在出国的时候不管到任何一国你都会附加的影响到你那也培养到这些很好的能力，对于你未来职涯的发展非常有帮助那我想希望借由这样的一个机会大家能够把握那当然出国是需要非常大的动力以往我们在大学的时候，一群人大家都是要出国，可是真正出国的，我们大学同学好像应该只有我是应届出国的。那其实后来有好多同学是工作了10年之后，或是有些人工作之后，根本你为了生活不可能再去做这样的重大的决定所以希望大家能够把握这个机会，然后一鼓作气那现在的付出未来一定能够有回报那你要我们必须要现在先花一些时间花一些等待，我相信未来一定有非常好的收获。好，那因为稍后我还有其他的会议那在我们这个主讲人介绍可能介绍一部分的时候，我可能就先离席不好意思我等一下接着还有2个会议。好，那欢迎同学们能够仔细的去思考利与弊那珍惜学校我们2边学校 帮大家争取这样的一个机会。好，谢谢。那我再把时间交还给林主任。
好，谢谢院长的开场以及鼓励。那我想这个我们跟 UQ 之间因为已经有长期合作，建立了一个很好的模式哦，所以我想我们这边在辅导学生方面以及包含到了那边之后Michael UQ 这边怎么样帮助我们学生来完成学业是很有经验，所以我们接下来就赶快把时间交给 Michael。今天他也安排了我们2位在 UQ 的学生来做一点经验分享，我们把时间交给 Michael。
Thank you, Professor Yang, for your introduction, and Professor Lin for your always support for our program. So now I really would like to introduce our 2 students. First, I have to share the slide first, and then I will just hand over to the students to speak to others. These 2 students are already here in UQ for their first semester. But let me share the screen first. Can you see the screen? So actually, our presentation will cover quite a few parts. One is the student experience sharing by Miss Yang, Stephanie Yang, and also Miss Wu. Teresa Wu, and then we will go through some international rankings for UQ and Bell, and some advantages of our Bell programs, and then the 1+1 arrangement details, how to apply for our program, and generous 25% tuition fee waiver scholarships. So first, let me introduce these 2 students. Actually, they are from 2 different departments. Stephanie is from the Department of International Business in TKU. Now she's doing the Master of Business in Supply Chain Management. And also Teresa Wu from Department of Information Management. She's doing our UQ Master of Business in Marketing. So without further ado, let me hand over to Stephanie and Teresa first. They may have the classes later on, so they may leave a little bit earlier. But we will have the Q&A session immediately after their speaking to see whether they can answer some of the popular questions for you. And I think for easy understanding, they will conduct their own presentation in Mandarin first. Thank you so much. I will just stop my sharing first. And then I hand over to Stephanie. Yep. Hello?
Yep. 理解你的麦克风没有开哦。
好 ，Hi。
Yep. We can hear it. Yep.
OK， 这样大家看得到吗？
可以。
院长、老师、各位同学，大家好，我是 Stephanie。然后，因为我等一下有课，所以我就先来做介绍。然后我在这边的 major 是 Supply Chain Management， 因为这个学程相对其他的系来说比较复杂一点，所以由我先来解释一下这个系的特色。就是首先，他们最特别的是，他们和 MIT 麻省理工合作。在供应链管理上面的必修全部都是交给 MIT， 就像我左边框起来的，用黄色荧光笔框起来的这部分，这5门课总共占了8学分，然后你要另外注册 MIT 的课程，在线上完成这5门课，加上一个5门课的大考试，你就可以转换8学分到 UQ， 然后完成这所有的 MIT 的课程，如果你对 Supply Chain Management 有兴趣的同学，你到 UQ 的官网上看，你会看到他在 MIT 的那边有写说，你这5门课加上大考的时间，预计你要规划1年半的时间来完成。所以像我，因为本来是预计2月要过来，但是因为签证的关系，所以有卡到，所以我在2月在台湾的时候就有先修课，对。所以我到现在 5门课我已经我刚好过一半了，我目前已经修完3门课。然后你每一门课修完都可以拿到一个修课证明，所以你总共会有5张，就是 Supply Chain Analytics 这样，然后 Fundamental Design， 就是你拿到5张证明之后，如果未来你想要申请其他的学校，比如一些就是有和 MIT 合作的学校，你也可以拿这5门修课证明来抵学分，或是你未来想要去念麻省理工的话，你也可以拿这5门课的修课证明来抵学分。然后再来我要说的是，就是学分抵免的事情，淡江所修的课程加上你 MIT 的课程，最多只能转换12学分到 UQ， 然后因为麻省理工占的就已经是8学分了，所以你淡江最多就是只能转4学分过来，然后你在 UQ 再修满剩下的12学分，你就可以顺利的毕业了。对，然后所以我现在的规划就是我在 UQ 这边，我1学期是修6学分，然后边线上上麻省理工的课。当然麻省理工的课跟昆士兰这边的课是不冲突的，就是 MIT 的课他们自己有安排每周的考试跟期中期末考都跟 UQ 这边不同时间。像比如7月我刚过来的时候，我就刚好经历 MIT 的1门课的期末考跟1门课的期中考，所以对，就是时间的部分，如果大家对这个学程有兴趣的话，要做好心理准备，就是你就是每个礼拜都一定有很多的课业要完成。然后我想说一个最重要的事情，就是因为我之前大学的时候也是国际系的学生，然后我大4的时候有申请预研生，所以如果你现在是预研生的同学，你在预研生时期上的课，你是不可以再拿来抵1+1的课，因为 UQ 这边认为你已经把4+1你已经抵过来了，你不可以再4+1又1+1，所以如果你对于要来 UQ 念书很有兴趣的同学，你可以先上网看一下有哪些课是你到时候可以从淡江转换过来 UQ 的，你就留到你硕1的时候再上就好，不然你预研生时期上的课来这边不能抵，会有点可惜。我那时候是有发生这种事，但是其实也还好，因为我最多也只能抵4学分，所以我就拿其他的课来抵就好了。所以我目前我大概介绍到这里，然后我之后就交给 Teresa 讲一些就是我们来这里之后的生活分享。谢谢大家。
谢谢怡静。
刚刚是 Stephanie， 那我是怡静。那朗主任老师好。那我这边来就想说，同学应该最好奇的就是花费，所以我就列了一下我的 budget plan。那我的总预算我大概是抓150万台币左右，就是在这1年的时间里面。那学费的话，这150万就是我全部的预算，我是没有扣掉，就是我们UQ 跟淡江有那个 Global Connect Scholarship， 就有一个奖学金的学费抵免的，这个我是没有扣掉，所以这150万是完整的学费。那我的 budget plan 的学费这个 semester 呢，是实际上我来这边包含刚申请收的那个 initial fee， 然后加上学费。那这个是因为这学期我实际收嘛，所以我有得到那个 Global Connect Scholarship， 所以有折抵掉的话是17113。那房租的话呢是1周299。那我的房租算是贵的，就是在学校学生宿舍里面，或是你去外面跟别人租的话，299其实算蛮贵。那因为我是2人，所以等于是说我1周大概6000多台币。那这个房租是含水、含电、含 WiFi。那会这么贵，大概就是因为像同学的爸妈可能也会担心小朋友在外面会安全啊什么的。那我的宿舍就是包含24小时，底下就前台是有人的，然后有门禁，然后有很多 比如说还有那个公社也都很多，比如说健身房啊、读书区等等。那生活费的话，我自己是抓1个月1000块。那如果你要过1个月1000块的话，就是我自己给自己外食的机会，就是1个月3次这样子，3到4次。那娱乐就要减少很多，就是你可能或是你要从别的地方挤一点出来，你可以出去玩或什么什么之类的。那交通的话，这边的交通就你如果搭公车或是搭火车的话，就大概一趟可能就1块多到2块这样，所以其实跟台湾差不多。那电信的话，我是1个月800台币，所以这样零零总总加起来，生活费是不含房租，我没有含房租，但所以就是另外挪出来就是1000块，那全部零零总总下来，我就是在我确定要来澳洲的时候，我就开始看汇率啊，那低的时候就赶快买，大概给自己的这一年的花费就是需要150万台币。然后校园生活的话，我就是挑了3张照片，因为我想说美照的话，大家就去 IG 什么 UQ hashtag 这些找，应该都有很多。那我左边这个是我蛮想去的一个教学大楼，那它是 Mount West。那我蛮喜欢这个空间，因为我觉得 UQ 的特色就是每一个 building 里面都一定会有读书角落。那这些读书角落像什么你要插头啊，或是什么 USB 孔什么都有，就是都很方便。然后尤其是像 UQ 的图书馆，就是我是不知道澳洲的图书馆都这样还是这样，反正 UQ 的图书馆就是有厨房的，所以像我因为不能外食嘛，我也不会在学校的 food court 买东西，那我就会假设我今天的课是2点到晚上8点的话，我有需要晚餐时间我需要吃饭的话，我就会早上起来煮好，然后带便当，然后去学校加热微波，然后就在这个可能读书角落、读书的空间地方，我就顺便吃，然后顺便看书这样。然后中间这个是我们学校的 Great Court， 那它就是一个大草原。然后我们刚来的时候就是有很多新生活动啊，或是会有那个什么Bell 的 Welcome Event 之类的，那它就会搭棚子在这个 Great Court 上面。然后它旁边的建筑像有图书馆啊，有很多教室等等，就是我觉得是我们学校很漂亮的地方。然后第3张是我上课然后无意间拍的一张照片，想说就是跟大家讲，就我们上课的过程大概是这样，就是像我的课大多都是 seminar， 就是有3个小时的课，那我们的老师是一定会至少每一次上课至少都要播40到50分钟给大家小组讨论。那小组讨论就这边的老师都很注重小组讨论，然后像我这个是我的抱歉，这是我的 assistant， 就那个助教他就会到每一个桌子去看你们讨论的结果啊或什么，反正就是很注重讨论，所以课程参与是在这里很重要的一环。然后作业的话，像我就会觉得这里的课业对我来讲就是淡江比就是非常的重很多，毕竟就是英文不是我们的母语嘛，然后还是时间去消耗，所以我觉得时间管理就非常的重要。那这里的学生就是玩得好，然后读书也读得好，所以要努力让自己变成会玩又会读书的人，就我还在这一方面努力中。那作业的话，像我基本上作业就是会有3到4个大作业，那这里的作业的量呢，通常就是一定是什么几千字的计划书啊，或是团体报告、video 的 report 什么等等的，所以校园生活大概是这样。那接下来 Q&A 有没有大家想要发问？我跟 Stephanie 都有看。有吗？
So any questions? 有任何问题吗？Okay. So one of the students. You can speak out.
黄信之可以直接提问。
好，你好，其实因为我其实不是商管学院的学生，那如果就是要参加这个 报这个硕班的话，所以你觉得没基础的话会有点难吗？至于他的课程的话，
像我的话，
因为他是一开始，
我是资管的嘛，那我现在 major 是 marketing， 那对我来讲也是算新的一个专业。那其实我觉得不太会是问题，因为其实硕士的人来的人跟两个人是背景，那本来就是都是从零开始。像 UQ 这边有一些建议，比如说你修这门课之前，基本你要会有什么，你可以在修之前就那些建议，然后你去选课这样。所以，但是我觉得实际如果你觉得会有很困难的话，但是像我自己原本是学资讯的嘛，那我跳 marketing 我也觉得不太会是困难。然后像老师也会提供那个 consultation hour， 那你就有需要的话，你就去问老师，或是你课堂上就直接举手问也都 OK。
对啊，但我想到一个就是抵免学分问题，你是大学的时候就不是商管的学生吗？还是大学？
对，我大学的时候就不是商管学院的学生。
那这个学分问题可能要交给 Michael 可能会比较清楚。如果大学不是念 business 的，我不知道来这边抵免学分会不会有什么差？
等一下我会介绍一下，就是如果不是商业背景的话呢，那这样的话呢就接入到我们的2年的计划里边。那么2年的计划里边呢，可能要抵免学分的话，就要 case by case 了，就等于就是说我们因为2年的学程的话，就要找8门课程才能够抵我们的这个1年的这个学分嘛，所以这样的话就不是找4门课程了。如果你是原来是商科的，那这样的话大学不在商科，然后到我们这边的话呢，他们就会学1年半的这个学程，1年半的学程减4门课呢，就是1年这样的。但是如果你不是相关专业毕业的，那这样的话呢，通过这个学程来的话，我们仍然可以去看能不能找到8门课程，然后呢，才在我们这边能够尽量的去减少你的这个时间。但是实际上，如果不是这样的做的话呢，只不过就是可能会修的话，可能会超过1年而已。但是呢，学分仍然可以转，因为我们的很多的这个master 课程呢都是转专业用的。所以你如果本来不是商科的，或者是说你本来商科是读某些专业，但是要想转到另外一个专业的话，其实都没问题的。其实我们有这个衔接的课程让你去上的。
好的，谢谢。
好，那大家对2位在海外的同学还有没有什么问题？王宝妮。
我想问一下，就是刚刚有讲到就是宿舍的问题，那宿舍你2个人住是可以自己选的吗？就是自己选自己的室友？
没有，这就是抽签看运气。你的室友就是，但是我住的这间学生宿舍是它有分性别，就是因为我是2人嘛，那就是你的室友一定会是女生这样子。
但我们也有听过别的学生宿舍是没有分性别的，所以你可能到时候如果要找宿舍要问清楚。
好的，谢谢。
谢谢。
好，那我们接下来是不是赶快把时间交给 Michael 来介绍一下这个 program？
OK， 那谢谢 Stephanie 和 Teresa。今天更感谢他们的那个时间。So I will actually conduct the presentation in English, according to our UQ policy. So I will share my screen again. Can you see the screen?
可以。
Yep. Okay. So let's introduce, our ranking. I think other than the Times Higher Education ranking, which will be announced very soon in the middle of October, most of these rankings are up to date at the moment. The highest ranking for UQ is 33 in the NTU ranking. So that is National Taiwan University ranking this year. And then or you can see that, they are within, top 50, range, so we call ourselves top 50 university according to many university ranking table. In terms of the business, economics, and law faculties discipline, ranking, that's why we call ourselves a Faculty of Business, Economics, and Law, BEL faculty. You can see that most of the rankings are in top 100. So our MBA ranking is #1 in Australia by the Economics magazine, and Times Higher Education World University subject ranking in 2022 ranked our business and economics offering #1 in Australia and also 39 in the world. And of course, you can select some of the discipline courses in other areas like tourism, and then hospitality and leisure management is under our School of Business. So, and then you can see that, we rank our, other people rank our hospitality, tourism management very highly in the QS World University ranking, as well as the Shanghai ranking. And then for accounting, finance, and economics and law, which you will actually study in some of the programs, because accounting, finance, economics, and business are under our big faculty. So cross disciplinary study is very important. And then but they are all highly ranked by different ranking system. And other than this, subject ranking, we have our careers employability services. That means on top of the UQ career services, we have our dedicated team of 7 people to provide extra careers and employability support services for our own faculty students. That means you have the 2 different supports from the university level as well as the faculty level to boost your employability skills. As per your dean's just a moment ago, the statement, those employability skills are very, very important in laying the foundation for your future careers. And then it happens that our faculty's career services was awarded by the very important QS ranking. So we have won in 2019 the Best University Employer Partnership Award in our career services. Other than that, of course, we are very good in research because all these rankings mainly to deals with the research, inside the university or faculty. But as you know that we already won more national teaching awards than any other Australian universities as well. So that means, other than the research, and all these research outcomes will feed back to our teaching, and then that actually will boost our teaching excellence as well. And not just that, we have very good engagement with the industry. So the industry research linkages as well as the teaching excellence will actually contribute to our faculty's success and the students' success as well. So for the postgraduate program, we would like to introduce the 3 most popular programs that TKU students normally articulate to. So one is the Master of Business. We have 10 field of study. Field of study means major in other parts of the world, but in here we call it field of study. We have advertising, marketing, HRM, information system, innovation, entrepreneurship, international business, law for business, leadership, sustainability, and supply chain management. As you can see that, from those 2 students, they focus on master business in marketing as well as supply chain management. The supply chain management, we don't have enough courses, so that's why we have a collaboration with MIT. So the online MicroMasters degree can contribute some of the credits towards our master business in supply chain management. So we have other specialized program, Master Commerce, focusing on finance, professional accounting, and information system. I highlighted the information system in purple because it is available in both Master of Business and Master of Commerce. Because sometimes the student would like to study those information system major together with other major courses. So, but under this information system major, the courses are the same. It's just that the compulsory courses, the elective courses under different programs may not be the same. But for the Department of Economics and TKU Department of Industrial Economics, their students mainly to articulate to our Master of International Economics and Finance. So we have standard duration for these 3 programs in 2 years, 16 courses. Each course is worth 2 credit points. So that means 32 units. So, and then this 2-year program can fit into any bachelor degree in any discipline. But if you are coming from the same discipline background or relevant discipline background, for example, if you graduated from a bachelor degree in accounting, business, economics, and management, you can apply for a shorter duration program for Master of Business and Master of Commerce. Then by transferring 4 courses of credit from TKU first year study in master degree, then you will reduce your duration from 1.5 years into 1 year. So that is what our arrangement normally is concerned about. But for the Master of International Economics and Finance, if you would like to study a shorter program, then you should graduate from a bachelor degree containing at least 4 courses in any 3 of the following areas, mainly to deal with microeconomics, macroeconomics, statistics, and mathematics. So long as you can study 4 courses related to those areas in your bachelor degree, you can apply for those shorter duration programs. So other than those discipline requirement, we have other requirements in terms of the English and academic study in bachelor level. So we don't look at the TKU master level GPA. We normally look at the GPA in the bachelor level. So the applicants must have 4.5 out of 7 UQ standard in the Taiwan bachelor study, which is converted to 100%. That means about 70%, 67 to 67 technically, but 70%, 60% is a pass mark, 100% is full mark. So which is equivalent to 4.5 out of 7 standard. In UQ, 4 is a pass, 7 is full mark. So you have to achieve that, GPA to be eligible for satisfying the entry requirement in academic study in Taiwan. And then we look for the IELTS or TOEFL or other English, equivalent, entry level. So for TOEFL, we require 87 overall, writing 21, and other sub-band 19. But for IELTS, we require 6.5 overall and no sub-band lower than 6. Of course, you have to complete 1 year of study and also study the required recommended courses to transfer the credits back to UQ. But of course, if you take many English tests, you can't meet our direct entry in English, then we normally have the Bridging English program offered by our UQ college. So by successfully, completing those, Bridging English program, then you don't need to sit another IELTS or English test, then you can go straight into our master program. So of course, you have to spend a little bit more time. Normally is about 6 months, whether you are doing 10 to 30 weeks, in according to your IELTS score. So, but of course, you have to pay extra for those, bridging English program. But normally, when you apply for our master program, if you would like to go for the bridging English program, you just say that, we would like UQ to give you the package offer in your application forms. So you don't need to apply bridging English program separately. But so long as you tick the box for English language support, then we will actually offer you a package offer. That means the suitable bridging English program plus the master program. Normally, when we give you the offer of the bridging English program, you give you the bridging English advantage because it has two bridging English program. One is called BE Advantage. The other one is BE Standard. But the advantage is highly recommended because it contains another extra, supplementary exams options. If you fail the bridging English program, you can enroll into a bridging English program extension for 4 weeks. Then you take another, test at the end of your bridging English extension. That means, you have extra time. You have one more test option to fulfill the English entry we required. So the bridging English program costs 8,250, and also extension will cost you another 2,200 as well. So that is some of the elements you consider if you cannot meet our English language direct entry. So you can see that we have one program, but you can apply for reduced duration if you are coming from the same discipline background. So the difference is that in the reduced duration module, you don't have to study foundational courses. For example, if you look at this structure, Master of Business, for 2 years, you have to study basically 16 courses and 32 units. You can see that the first 4 courses actually is our foundation course. So in your first semester, if you're coming from the non-same discipline background, you have to do those yellow courses plus 1 general elective. But if you are from the non-same discipline background, you can only do the core courses in management communication plus 5 courses in your design major. Then you will have another option of doing extra general electives. So that is basically you spend your time in UQ to study those A courses. So for Master of Commerce, different from our Master of Business, no matter whether you are from the same discipline background or non-same discipline background, you have to study those core courses in accounting, information system, economics, and finance. So, but of course, if you are from the same discipline background in your bachelor level, then you will have fewer general electives to do in this Master of Commerce. Instead, doing 6 general electives, then you should do only 2 general electives, but you still have to do those 4 core courses, but and then 6 major courses. But you can see the 4 plus 6 is 10 courses. That means you actually have to study more than 2 semesters because each semester will have 4 courses. In that case, normally we require students to show the evidence whether you can actually apply for exemption for those, accounting, finance, at least, those 2 courses, or sometimes economics or information systems, so that they can have more rooms to, transfer the credits. Otherwise, you have to do 4 foundation core courses plus 6 major courses. That is 10 courses, even though you can transfer, general elective course credits to us. So that is some of the difficulties sometimes we can see in the Master of Commerce, but we will explain it a little bit later. But if you would like to prove whether it is in the bachelor level or master level, you already, fulfill the basic level of accounting, finance, at least these two courses, I suggest you to upload your syllabus in your bachelor level or master level in your application documents so that we can, look at it and then to exam or credit transfer those two courses to our Master of Commerce degree. So for Master of International Economics and Finance, you can see that, if you are not coming from economics background, then you have to do those 4 foundation courses. But if you are from the same discipline background, you don't need to do those, foundation courses and go straight into our, core courses plus elective courses. So 1+1, when we talk about 1+1, we refer to only those students, from the same discipline background. We're trying to transfer 4 courses of credit into our 12 courses, 1.5 years reduced duration program. Then they only spend, 1 year, or maybe they study 8 courses in our UQ, duration. So that is how normally it works. And then after that, some of the departments can actually recognize our UQ degree by transferring our A courses credit back to, TKU extra study so that they can fulfill the TKU master credit points, so that they can tick the boxes of all the required courses for the master, and then they defend their thesis in TKU. In UQ, we don't need thesis to graduate from our Master of Business, Master of Commerce. So that is another things for you to remember. But inside each course, we do require the students to fulfill some of the assignments or extra thesis writing, but very small writing homework. So so far we already done most of the reassessment. So next year we will renew the agreements with TKU for another 5 years term. But during the reassessment period in the past 2 years, we consider the 9 programs are sufficiently have enough credit to articulate to our required desired program. But unfortunately, for Department of Statistics on Big Data Analytics and Business Intelligence, we can't find enough credits so far to give their students 1+1 articulation programs. So but if you are from the Department of International Business, Department of Business Administration, especially a lot of students now from the management sciences, as well as the the English taught programs in business and management, or banking and finance department, accounting department, information management department, or 2 economics departments, we can actually do the 1+1 arrangement, and then we can find 4 courses credit. So I will leave this presentation to you, so you don't need to screenshot as well as to take the notes. But the next few slides will focus on which 4 courses are ideal for you to complete before you come to UQ. For example, like this Department of International Business, that's where Stephanie is from, doing those relevant courses. So long as you can actually find 4 courses from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses we actually assess to be equivalent to our Master of Business credit, then you should have no issue in claiming the maximum credit of A units, that is 4 courses, and then you should complete your program within 2 semesters, or maybe you can only have and then A units, to study 4 courses, 16 units, A courses in UQ. So for Department of Business Administration, so there are 4 courses left. So we can't find more than those 4 courses at the moment. So we strongly suggest you to look for those 4 courses to study in your first year in your TKU study. Of course, we can always, reassess those courses that are not in the list of the, recommended, courses to transfer. If you can't, find, the courses in your current study, then you feel free to send in the extra syllabus for us to reassess. Then we can see whether we can find extra courses to transfer the required A units, of study, so that you can only have 16 units to do in UQ study. So management science actually can articulate to mostly UQ Master of Business. You can see that we would like you to select 4 courses from those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses. But of course, if you would like to study Master of Commerce, you can do that, because you have investment related to Master of Commerce, but that is to assess on a case-by-case situation. And then for Master of Sciences, in the Business and Management English Talk program, you just select 4 courses from those 5 courses. And so we have a couple courses for Master of Commerce as well. But you can see that in the notes, we say that for articulation to UQ Master of Commerce, the remaining duration at UQ after the above credit transfer will depend on the previous exemption or credit transfer for the UQ required courses in the program. For example, in accounting, finance, economics, and information system basic, principal courses. So if you have those courses studied in your bachelor level, please, include that into your application, documents. And then now we move on to the Master of Commerce. So banking and finance, and then we already have 1 course, for economics to study in your TKU study. So that is, easier. And then we highly recommend, you study other 3 finance major courses. But please note, we only require 6 courses to fulfill a major or field of study in UQ. If you would like to get finance, applied finance field of study or major in UQ, you should not, study more than half of the, major courses in TKU or in other universities. You have to study at least 3 courses in UQ. So that's why, we only have 3 finance management courses, so that you can have the rooms to study other finance major courses in UQ, instead purely transferring those courses from TKU. So for Department of Accounting, we require you to do the seminar in derivatives in UQ, and then choose another 3 courses from the list that we require you to transfer. So that is similar. And information management, you can go both ways, for Master of Business or Master of Commerce. Like our existing student Teresa that speak to you just a moment ago, she chose to do Master of Business instead, Master of Commerce, but in marketing. So for international economics and finance, we recommend you to do those 4 TKU courses, but equivalent to our 3 courses in UQ. And then we then suggest you to do any 3 credit point master program course to be equivalent to our another general electives, so that we can find A units 4 courses credit from TKU to our Master of International Economics and Finance program. Same like, Department of Economics, we have the articulation from Department of Industrial Economics. We require you to do 3 courses to be equivalent to our 2 courses first. Then we ask you to do some of the courses to contribute to another 2 courses. So I leave this, detail program structure to TKU later, so that you can have a look in details. So for the fees, please note that for international economics and finance, it's about 44,000 level. For business and commerce, it's about similar 45,000 to 46,000 level. That is in Australian dollars. So that is for 2023, just for reference only. And for applications, you can apply yourself, or you can also apply for through TKU, because the TKU has dedicated portal to process the applications. First, you have to, everything is online. So that's why you go to our apply.uq.edu.au. That is our online application portal. So you don't have to mail any physical documents to us. You just apply online and upload everything in PDF version normally. So when you go to online, register your account, you just choose postgraduate coursework program. Then you have to attach all the required documents. For example, your passport, scan document, as well as the bachelor degree award, bachelor, academic transcript, fully in English, and then your master program transcript, and then but those bachelor degree award, academic transcript, as well as the 1 year or maybe 1 semester master program transcript have to be certified by TKU contact. So all these documents have, whether you look for agents, whether you apply yourself, whether you apply through TKU, all these academic documents have to be certified by the departmental contact points. I think the Professor Lin as the main contact of our articulation between College of Business and Management in TKU towards our faculty. So she keeps a list of those contacts in each department. So long as you can have your departmental contact points to certify those documents, then it should be ready to go to upload to the online application portal. But please remember, if you don't have your documents certified by your TKU contacts, that means it takes longer time to process, and then we'll have to go back to you saying that you have to get the documents certified. So, but all this certification is done in TKU, so it should be have no cost and then very streamlined. And then also you go to the TKU contact to certify those academic documents. In the meantime, you ask for your fee waiver partner code, because that partner code is applied to your applications. Once it is applicable to your application, they won't ask you for credit card details to charge you the application fee, which is about 100 Australian dollars. So you would like, because we are the partners, we give you this kind of partner code so that you can you don't have to pay those application fee as well. Then you receive your offer. So, and then this offer, if you meet all the conditions, then you will have unconditional offer. If you have some conditions, for example, like English or maybe uncertified documents, then it is conditional. So if it is conditional, that means you have to meet the condition first before you pay the tuition fees. But once the tuition, once all the conditions are met, you don't need to get another offer, and the UQ will not send another full or unconditional offer again. They just let you know by email saying that, okay, you already fulfill your conditions, then you now can pay. So then if all the conditions are met, then you just pay the deposit, which is about maybe 14,000 Australian dollars to hold the place in the university, so that this place will be guaranteed. Then after we saw your deposit, then we will give you the electronic certificate of enrollment, which is the document required by our Department of Home Affairs for the student visa. So without this ECOE, then you can't apply for student visa. You can't come to Australia for study. So that is the process we require the students to go through. So of course, the UQ approved agents can help you to fulfill those, application form, but it's all your choice. We will just provide all these, details to you. You can look for any agents that very close to your city or close to your, permanent address in different suburbs. So we have this faculty scholarship, as you already understand from those two students. We give the students 25% Global Connect scholarship, because last year we have entered into a strategic partnership with TKU. We have this kind of enabling partner scheme. It's called EPS. Under this scheme, we provide scholarship to all TKU students from this kind of 1+1 arrangement. So regardless of your academic study, so long as you meet our program entry, you will enjoy this 25% tuition fee waiver for your any semester study in your UQ program. Okay, but that 25% tuition fee waiver scholarship will not apply for your English language component. For example, if you can't meet our direct entry and then you look for our bridging English program, so you have to pay the full fees for the bridging English program. Those 25% tuition fee waiver only apply for our faculty master program. So I'll just explain a little bit about Brisbane. As you see that, Brisbane is a very vibrant, promising new world city. And in 2032, we will host Olympic Games. So the whole city is developing very fast, with a lot of, development and construction going on to prepare for this, 2032 Olympic Games in 10 years time. So you can see that, this is the full overview of the skyline at nighttime. Very developed, and then the people are very friendly. We have Brisbane River to go through our city into the Brisbane port. So we are a river city, we are the ocean city, as well as a tourist destination. So right now we have a lot of jobs going on. You can see we have traditionally Taiwanese, business people. We have a Little Taipei, a suburb in Brisbane City. A lot of Taiwanese, traditional migrants coming to our city. You can see even bubble tea. We have Wushilan actually opening their branches. Hiring people as well. We have cafe shops, grocery shops to hire, people. And then nowadays, they demand, they have, a lot of jobs opening because our border is open. Tourism industry is booming. A lot of people, went to restaurants, and then the hotels are fully booked. So you can see just a moment ago, McDonald's said, we have 2,200 jobs, opening for Queensland. We have cafe shops, burger shops, to hire people. So, students can easily find part-time experience. And then Australia is one of those, countries that offer higher, hourly rate, for the workers. So while you are with us, you can have up to 40 hours of part-time work experiences during your study area and unlimited time for working, outside of our study areas as well. So we have this kind of TKU 1+1 line group. You can scan those barcode and join our groups, and then ask, those alumni, existing students, or me any questions. So of course, you feel free to send me the email if you have additional information to ask. And we're looking forward to welcoming you to join our program, which we already have welcomed, more than 80 students, in the past, 15 years. No, thank you so much for listening to the presentation today. And so now is a Q&A session, and then you just can ask me any questions.
好，谢谢 Michael 详细的介绍。那刚刚在介绍的时候，有把各系的课程的对应，好，包含在那边的一些相关的一个修课的一些规定哦，都有做了一个介绍。那我想，因为今天在线上，除了同学们之外，还有窗口老师也都在线上。那大家如果有问题的话，利用我们接下来剩下大概10分钟的时间，我们来做一点交流。那有问题都可以提出来，来由 Michael 来跟大家做回应。不论是课程上啊，或者是在那边的一些生活啊，也都可以，或者是住宿问题啊，像刚刚有提到在那边是可以有兼职工作的，所以刚刚 Michael 也有提到一些工作机会，那也包含了这个 program 下面它有提供一些奖学金啊，所以如果有不清楚的都可以提出来。
You can actually, ask any questions in Mandarin or Chinese, so feel free, if you are a little bit, hesitant in, checking with us, in English, yeah.
对，大家可以用中文提问，没有问题。
可以，没问题啊，对，都可以，对。
张子怡同学，好，来，请说。
你好，我想要请问一下，就是申请时间是什么时候？
我们有2个入学期啊，就是一个是2月入学，在南半球的话刚好是颠倒嘛，所以我们主要的这个入学期呢，一般是2月份，就是我所说的这个第1个学期。然后呢，但是对于国际生的话呢，我们通常都是很多国际生都是7月入学，因为你们刚好是6月就结束了这个学习，所以呢，一般来说呢，就是你们申请的话，大多数都是7月入学的。但是2个入学期我们都提供。那如果是2月入学，就是接着就要来的这个2月入学的话呢，那一般是在10月底之前，最迟不能够迟过，就是11月中旬，就11月15号之前就要去递交所有的申请。所以为什么这次这个林主任的话希望在这个10月初的时候就办这个讲座，也就是为了方便有些学生的话呢，他可以就去申请我们的这个2月入学期。那么另外一个呢，如果是7月入学期的话呢，就是一样的，就是3月底之前，我们一般是建议在这样的情况里边去申请这个我们的这个学位，这样的话就会给到足够的时间，让我们去给你们 offer 啊，然后给你们 ECOE 啊，然后呢，这样呢就办签证的时候，还有买机票的时候，还有订这个住宿的时候呢，就有充足时间去做这样的这个安排。当然就我们是没有一个现实的一个就是 deadline， 但不能够就是说你搞到最后的话，你可能就是比较紧张，特别是现在的话，办签证的话都积压了很多的这个申请啊，还有就是机票的话现在也很难买，因为刚刚这个疫情复苏，所以呢机票的这个航班也不是太多的情况下边呢，还是要就早点规划，所以我们一般建议是在10月底和3月底之前去申请我们2个这个入学期。 的一个学程。那么如果是你申请2月入学的话呢，一般你已经有1年的这个成绩单了。但是如果你是申请7月份入学的话呢，你可以呢是拿着第1个学期的成绩单，然后去申请，我们一样会给你 offer， 但是不过就这个 offer 的话，通常是没有这个学分转换的。那么你来到我们7月份入学以后，然后将这个最新的成绩单，因为你们是6月份可能会提供成绩单，或者7月初，这样就我们有1年的这个成绩单的话呢，就可以给你们转那个4门课程的学分。
了解，所以透过淡江的话，也是在3月跟10月的时候。
对，3月跟10月底之前。
谢谢。
对。
好，蔡成林同学。林云威，
不好意思，我想问一下，就是说我今年是硕一，那假如明年3月要申请，但是你们有要求要有淡江都读1年的成绩，那我这样明年3月还能申请吗？
可以啊，就是说我就刚才说了，就是说你可以用第1个学期的成绩单就可以申请了，就不用要等那个最后1个学期。对，就因为你们第1年的话，你通常有2个学期嘛，你们申请的时候是3月份只拿到1个学期的成绩单嘛，是吧？因为你们秋季入学，那么秋季入学，那你到了春季的话，你只有1个学期的成绩单，你就拿到这个1个学期的成绩单去申请就行了。
好，谢谢。
对。
好，金纯。
嗨 Michael， 想要请问一下，就是说，如果说假设我是预计要申请7月入学，也就是说我3月先申请嘛，但是如果说英文成绩没有达标，也就是说可能没有办法，是那个英文会是在什么时候升？是3月到7月？
其实就是就是我们会先给你一个有条件的录取通知书嘛，就是 conditional offer。那 conditional offer 里边就写清楚你需要满足哪些 condition 是吧？那么这个 condition 的话，什么时候需要满足的话，其实是跟签证啊，还有订机票啊这些一环扣一环的，是不是？你没有满足这个 condition 的话呢，那你最后留给这个签证和这个住宿、机票的这个时间就会越来越短。虽然我们没有 technical 这个一个最后的一个死的这个这个 deadline， 就什么时候去交这个英文成绩单，但是像你越迟交这个英文成绩单，你这个办签证和订机票的这个时间不是窗口期是越来越短吗？是不是？所以呢是一环扣一环的，所以我觉得呢你要尽快的还是要去满足这个英文的成绩单的这个要求。
对，那但我意思说，因为像刚刚提到说，如果没有达标的话，就可能要读10周或者是15周的课程嘛。这个课程应该是在澳洲读吗？还是在？
现在呢是因为疫情的关系，现在明年的话是往上跟往下都可以读。
了解，也就是说，等你们这边寄 offer 过来之后，我可以就是在台湾这边，就是可能我继续念淡江的课程，然后一边上这个线上课，然后7月再过去这样子。
可以，
了解。好，谢谢。
不会。
Michael， 我问一个问题，因为刚刚有一位同学他说，他如果只有1个学期的成绩就提申请的话，他是不是申请完之后有第2个学期的成绩，是不是得要再补？
对，第2个学期肯定要补，不然的话我们不会给你足够的这个学分转换。所以呢，这个补的时候呢，是你们什么时候拿到就立刻给我们，然后呢就是交给我们以后呢，我们那个 business school 呢，就是商学院的话就会转学分所以呢就是这个衔接起来应该是没有很多问题，因为很多学生都这样做过。对。
好。那我们线上同学还有没有问题？剩下一点点时间。或是各系的窗口老师有没有遇到这1-2年有没有遇到什么样的状况，也可以提出来提问。
可能现在就因为这2年的话，主要是那个学分对接方面呢，真的是用了很多精力才去做这个对接，因为你们的课程在变，我们的课程也在变，所以呢稍后我除了这个将这个PPT 给到林老师这边的话，当然林老师也发放到各个窗口的老师里边。那另外一个呢，我可以做好那个 这个清单啊，就是我们有一个 checklist 嘛，就是那个就是所有对接的这个详细情况的那个课程对接情况，用另外一个档案交给这个林老师，林老师也会就是说交给各个窗口老师。这样的话呢，就是一个 PPT， 一个就最终我们有一个 checklist。那明年其实我们那个协议也是3月份就好像是到期了。那么到时的话呢，可能还是要再去看哪个系所的那些 program 可能是对接不上的，我们就先暂时不要，就是先就是留在那边。然后呢，可能就是先将那些比较重点的这些系所的先接上去。这样的话呢，可能会更顺畅一点。现在我觉得很多的时候就是学生的话，不知道要修哪些课程，然后呢，就是主要是这个问题就卡住了大家，就是说他们在选课，在淡江选课的一些东西。所以呢，有了这个 list 的话呢，我希望这些学生的话，还是按照我们建议的这个选课的清单去选择那些课程。而且我知道5年1贯。有很多学生呢是选择那些课程呢是在这个这个是不是硕士的第1年里边去做嘛？是不是？因为当然硕士第1年是在大学部的这个学分转换那边去，所以呢，我建议那些学生的话，可能可以将这些课程的话放在淡江最后1年的master 里边去修，而不是说在这个大学部的 component 里边去修这些学生。对，
好。好，那我想，因为 Michael 那边会提供资料给我会再把资料提供到各系的窗口老师。好，那我想后续如果有问题的话，因为刚刚 Michael 也有提供一个 QR code， 那 QR code 大家可以扫了加到那个群组里面，有问题都可以在那个群组里面做交流。好，
确实是对。不但是我还有一些校友啊，还有一些现有的学生啊，他们都可以提供任何的这个帮助。就是这样的话，我们有一个群体，有一个社区，就大家互相交流信息这样的。而且我会定时定候的也会将一些我们活动，就是我们 UQ 的一些活动会 post 在这些群组里边。所以呢，这个群组呢是很活跃的一个群组。对，
好。那我想今天在线上除了硕士班的1年级的学生之外，今天在线上有一些2年级、3年级的、4年级的同学，所以你们如果对这样的一个 program 有兴趣的话，可以及早先知道之后要准备哪一些的项目，然后及早来做一些课程上的对接，可以加速你们将来完成这个1+1的这样的一个双硕士学位。好。那我想今天没有问题的话，就谢谢 Michael 今天的介绍。谢
谢林主任，谢谢大家。
谢谢。那我们今天的
希望在 UQ 再见。
好，说明会就进行到这里。好，谢谢，拜拜。
再见，
拜拜。
拜拜。